Hello, future engineer subscribers, viewers, and students. Here is another video in uh, past licensure exam problems in the different engineering fields. I hope that through this video, your preparations, your skills in math will be little by little enhanced, thereby preparing you for your respective licensure engineering exams. So here is problem 1. This is a seaboard. If x varies directly as y and inversely as z, and x is 14 when y is 7 and z is 2, find x when z is 4 and y is 16. So first, let's interpret the statement, transform this into an equation, and after that, uh, we express the constant of proportion or variation k in terms of the other parameters. Then equate it to the same format with the subscript 1, which represent these quantities represent the initial values, and the quantities without a subscript are final values. So x varies directly as y and and inversely as z. So that means x is equal to constant of proportion k times y divided by z. And then if we solve for k, it is xz over y, and we equate that to x1 z1 over y1. So the left side of this equation would be the final values and the initial with subscripts initial values. So find x when z is 4, so this is 4, and y is 16, so x times 4 over 16 equals, for the initial values, we have x is x1 14, z1 2, and y1 7. So substitute x times 4 over 16 equals 14 times 2 over 7. Solving for x, x is 16. So that's the answer to the first problem. Number 2, the time required by an elevator to lift a weight varies directly with the weight and the distance through which it is to be lifted, and inversely as the power of the motor. If it takes 30 seconds for a 10 horsepower motor to lift 100 pounds through 50 feet, what size of motor is required to lift 800 pounds in 40 seconds through a distance of 40 feet? So again, this is a variation problem. Time is equal to constant of proportion k times the weight, distance d, divided by power. So time equals WD over P, K times WD over P. If we solve for K, K is PT over WD, and we equate that to P1 T1 over W1 D sub 1. So this would be the initial condition, and this is the final condition. We are looking for the size of the motor required to lift 800 pounds in 40 seconds through a distance of 40 feet. So that means P unknown, time is 40 seconds, divided by weight 800 and distance 40, and we equate that to the initial values. 10 horsepower, P1, time is 30 seconds, W1 is 100 pounds, and distance D1 50 feet. So P times 40 divided by quantity 800 times 40 equals 10 times 30 over 100 times 50. So that would be the left side units would be consistent with the right side units. Solving for P, P is equal to 48 horsepower. Number 3, a manufacturing firm maintains one product assembly line to produce signal generators. Weekly demand for the generators is 35 units. So the line operates for 7 hours per day, 5 days a week. What is the maximum production time per unit in hour required for the line to meet the demand? So this is a matter of uh, equating units, consistent units. So the demand is, weekly demand is 35 units per week, and we equate that to the number of units produced per hour times 7 hours per day and times 5 days a week, and that will be consistent units per week. So 3 units demand per week equals unit per hour to be produced, number of units to be produced per hour, times 7 hours per day, times 5 days a week. So it will be consistent. So we have 35 units a week, and this is also number of units per week based on the number of units to be produced per hour. So 35 equals U per hour times 7 hours per day, 5 days a week. Solving for U, this is equal to 1 unit per hour. So it means that it will take 1 hour to produce 1 unit. So that's the other way to interpret the result. So that's it for problem 3. Number 4, this is a problem Diophantines equation where the number of equations is less than the number of unknowns in the problem. So a merchant has 3 items on sale, namely a radio for 50 pesos, a clock for 30 pesos, and a flashlight for 1 peso. At the end of the day, she has sold a total of 100 of the 3 items and has taken exactly 1,000 pesos on the total sale. So how many radios did he sell? So let's denote R for the number of radios, clock C for number of clocks, and F for the number of flashlights. So that means R plus C plus F is equal to 100 items. And for the second, based on the sales, so 50 R, 50 pesos per radio times R plus 30 pesos per clock times C plus 1 peso per flashlight times F equals 1,000 pesos. So that is 50R plus 30C plus 1F equals 1,000 pesos. Since F is 1 peso per flashlight, it is a whole number automatically. So let's substitute the value of F into equation 2. So 50R plus 30C plus quantity 100 minus R minus C equals 1,000. Simplifying, 49R plus 29C equals 900. If we solve for R, R is 900 minus 29C all over 49. So this is the expression for number of radios. So we try whole numbers for C beginning with 0. It is 0, 900 over 49. That's not a whole number, of course. You may try 0 also, but 0, 1, 2, and so on and so forth until such time that R is a whole number, because these variables should be whole numbers. So that's it. And the value of C that will make R a whole number is 4. So when C is 4, R is equal to 900 minus 29 times 4 over 49, and that is equal to 16. Therefore, R is 16. Number of radios sold that day is 16. Finally, number 5, the population of the Philippines doubled in the last 30 years from 1967 to 1997. Assuming that the rate of population increase will remain the same, in what year will the population triple? So this is obviously a linear uh, equation, linear variation of the population. So it is equal to population at any time is equal to just like y-intercept plus slope times the variable time or delta t. So that is P is equal to PO plus uh, K times delta t. So that would be the expression, or KT if you want. I'll use delta t here so that we can solve for the year where the population will be triple of the original. So for the first condition, P is 2PO equals PO plus K times 1997 minus 1967, which is 30. Solving for K is equal to PO over 30. Then when the population triple, so we just replace P by 3PO. 3PO equals PO plus PO over 30 times quantity year minus 1967. So PO will be cancelled, common to all. So 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 times 30 is 60. Then 60 plus 1967, that's y equals 2027. So that's it for this video.